Good morning, children. Today we are studying the balance of this lesson, climate. In geography, that chapter 4, we are studying climate. In the previous class, we discussed about the climate. What is climate? Climate is the average sum total of average weather condition over a long period of time. We can call it as climate. Climate is the sum total of weather condition over a long period of time. It is important. Over a long period of time. That is called climate. Climate more than 30 years we can call it as climate. What is climate? Climate is the sum total of average weather condition over a country for a long period of time. Never forget it, you underline the word for a long period of time. Once again, climate is the sum total of weather condition, average weather condition over a country for a long period of time, more than 30 years. That we can call as climate. That is called climate. Never forget over more than 30 years. That is a long period of time. Never forget. That is climate. Climate of India. We can say example. Climate of India. We can say climate of India, but we never say weather of India because weather is entirely different from climate. Normally we will say that weather and climate are same, but actually that is wrong because climate is the sum total of average weather condition over a country for a long period of time, that is more than 30 years. We can call it as climate. But in the weather is not like that. Weather is the state of the atmosphere. Here state means the condition of the atmosphere at any point of time. This time I am talking to you, in this time also climate may change. Our children sometimes what they will do, morning time they will look at the sky and they will say, today sunny day, no need to take umbrella. They will go to school. After when they return home, they may say that sorry mummy, daddy, I forget to take umbrella. I think that today will be a sunny day, but evening time all of a sudden rain occur, so I become very sorry, they may say like that. Why this happen? At any point of time, the weather may change. In this time, when I am talking to you, in this time also sometimes a rain may occur. While I am talking to you, in this time sometimes your area may be rain may be there. So I cannot predict. We cannot predict the weather conditions. That is why in daily television you can see that weather forecast. Morning may be sunny, noon time may be dark clouds, or sunny. Noon time may be sunny. Morning time may be possibility of rain, or evening time may be the possibility of rain. They may say like this. It means at any point of time weather may change, but climate never change. The climate of India, we calculate more than 30 years of climate of India, we can calculate, no problem at all. There is no changes in the climate. We learned about the climate also. So climate, there is no changes. We can take long years of time, but at any time the weather may change. That is why every day weather forecast is there. Every day weather forecast. Have you watched climate forecasting every day? No, you can't watch it. Why? Because weather that changes from time to time for a short period of time, but the climate is not like that. It is for a long period of time we can calculate the climate. But weather is not like that. Weather at any point of time weather may change. At any point of time, now also weather may change. That is the difference between weather and climate. The weather and climate may vary due to various reasons. In the previous class I discussed about what are the reasons that these changes that happen. I told you, I think that you never forget. Now today we are going to study about the 6 major controls of climate. What are the elements, what are the things that controls the climate, what are the elements that controls the climate. Once again, what are the major climatic controls? We can say the controls of climate or climatic controls. There are 6 major climatic controls. Which are the 6 major climatic controls? I am going to tell. First one is latitude. What is that? Latitude. Second one is altitude. Third one is pressure and wind system. Together we can call pressure and wind system. Then distance from the sea. Next, the sixth one is ocean currents and relief features. These are the 6 major controls of climate. Which are the 6 major controls of climate? Latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from the sea, ocean currents and relief features. This latitude definitely affects controls the climate of any country, especially India. Then altitude, that is the average. You know that the height of wherever the height goes, there will be a changes that happen in this climate. So the height determines that when we go to higher hills or big hills, the climate is very cold. You know, you are experienced when you go to Munnar or any other hill stations. If you go there will be very cold that you feel like, because the height determines the coldness and hotness. There, height, when you reach the top of the height, there will be cold. There will be cold that you feel cold. So altitude also determines the climate. Average height of 6,000 meters. Average height that we can say that 6,000 meters. Height that also determines or controls the climate. That also controls the climate. Next is pressure and wind system. You know that sometimes in Kerala now we are feeling good climate. We did not get much rain, but before 2-3 days before, 1 week before, you know that Kerala heavy rain is there, but that is not the season of rain. Why this happened? Due to, you know that from Bengal, Bay of Bengal, Kerala is near to the Bay of Bengal. You know that Bay of Bengal near Kerala. So from the Bay of Bengal, the wind that blows towards Kerala, along with the wind, you know that dark clouds also enter our state. When it enters the state, you know that the land area is compared to water areas, that there will be due to heat, precipitation is nothing but rain. We got enough rain, adequate rain due to this pressure. That we, as in newspaper we have seen that due to pressure, cyclonic pressure, that Kerala got heavy rain. 1 week before we got such rain. So we can say that due to cyclonic pressure or wind, due to the wind that blows from Arabian Sea to Kerala, that we get heavy rain. When it is far away from Kerala, we will not get rain. That is, we can consider due to pressure, these kinds of things. Arabian pressure, we can say Arabian pressure, the wind that blows from Arabic Ocean to Kerala, that we get enough rain. We get enough rains. That is why we say that even though we do not have that season, also we get rain due to this pressure. That also controls the climate. Pressure and wind system that determine the weather condition. That determines the weather condition. Pressure and wind system that determines the weather condition. You know that the pressure and surface winds. The surface of the winds and pressure definitely controls the climate of an area. You know that wind blows that we never say that wherever the wind blows that we will get a cold wind. No, that is entirely wrong, because the wind that blows in desert region, that is not a cold wind, that is hot wind. This hot wind we can call it as Lu. What is Lu? The wind that blows in the desert region, we can call it as Lu. In examination they ask, what is Lu? Lu means the hot and dry winds that blows in the desert region, we can call it as Lu. But in the Himalayan regions, if you go to Himalayas and other areas, you will get a wind that is cold wind. Why this cold wind happens? Because Himalayas, that you know that full of these icy mountains are there. From this wind that blows towards these areas, definitely you will get cold winds. That is cold wind. That wind that blows from the Himalayas towards the other states, definitely we get cold winds. But the wind that blows in this Rajasthan desert or Thar desert, we can say Thar desert, which is the biggest desert, Thar desert. Thar desert, that wind that blows, you can call it as Lu. What is that? Lu. That is called Lu. So that is hot wind. In Andhra Pradesh also wind that blows, that is not like the wind that we are getting, because our Kerala state is near to the Arabian Sea. Always the wind that blows from Arabian Sea to Kerala, so we will get rain as well as we will get average climate. We cannot say that is not extreme climate. We are getting a moderate climate. Kerala climate is suitable for living. Moderate climate is there because of this reason, because the Arabian Sea is near to our near to our state. Moreover, we will discuss that moreover how the Europeans came to India, that we will discuss later. So you can understand that the pressure winds also, the pressure wind also controls the climate. Controls the climate. Pressure and surface winds that controls the climate. Next is upper air circulation. Upper air circulation, lower air circulation is the upper air circulation that may be vary. In some areas it may be hot, some areas it may be cold, like that will happen. I explained to you earlier. Now we will understand about western cyclonic system. Western parts of there will be that you know that Arabian Sea is there. In this Arabian Sea, that these wind that blows, that we can call as disturbances. Western disturbances means the wind that blows and forms this pressure, and the nearby areas they will get a heavy rains. That is western cyclonic disturbance. That is due to western cyclonic disturbances. That is called western cyclonic disturbances. You know that our country India is totally in the northern hemisphere. Totally in the northern hemisphere. You know it very well that India is totally in the north. In examination they ask India lies in dash hemisphere. Which hemisphere? Northern hemisphere. India is totally in the northern hemisphere. What divides the earth? It's an imaginary line anyway. It is an imaginary line. What divides that earth into two equal halves? Two equal halves? Equator. What is equator? Equator is an imaginary line that divides the earth into two equal halves. It's an imaginary line that divides the earth into two equal halves. Northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. And how it divides, this I will draw, you can see. This is northern hemisphere. When you give it like this, you can see like this, southern hemisphere. So this is northern hemisphere, this is southern hemisphere. The equator only divides this into two equal halves, northern hemisphere and southern. Where is India located? In this northern hemisphere. In this northern hemisphere, India is located. India is located when you can see the northern hemisphere. The northern parts, this northern parts will be India is located. India is totally in the northern hemisphere. Never forget, one mark question definitely will ask. Name will ask. One mark question definitely will ask. 100% will ask. India lies in the dash hemisphere. Which hemisphere? Northern hemisphere. Never forget. Northern hemisphere. India is totally in the northern hemisphere. Then distance from the sea. Next is we are discussing about the distance from the sea. When you know that the coastal areas and coastal regions, the climate is moderate climate. Why this happens? Because the wind that blows from these seas to the land and land to the seas, there will be these kinds of sea breeze and land breeze may happen. Sea breeze and land breeze may continuously happens, and due to these kinds of winds that blowing from sea to land, land to sea, due to this the climate may be moderate. That is why the coastal regions, that climate is always moderate climate. Mixing these together mix and forms this particular kind of climate that is called moderate climate. So coastal areas have moderate climates, but it is far away from that distance from that sea. It is far away from that sea. Definitely the climate is extreme hot or cold, but it is near to the coastal areas. Climate is moderate, but far away from that areas. If a sea is far away from the coastal areas, definitely the climate may be extreme. Why? Because the wind that will not reach in that place. It will be far away from the distance from the sea also controls the climate. Another reason is distance from the sea, that also controls the climate of India. Next, ocean current and relief features. What are ocean currents? That wind, due to wind, there will be heavy tides that may occur. Ocean currents may occur. Due to these ocean currents, that ebb and flow of these tides. Ebb and flow of these tides. Also, that ocean currents. Rhythmic waves are called ocean currents. Rhythmic waves that we can call as ocean currents. And ebb and flow, that you know it, that tides. Ebb and flow, that is tides, then rhythmic waves we can call it as ocean currents. So that also determines, that also controls the climate. If the tides will be heavy, definitely that wind blows towards the from sea to land. So when ebb flow, that definitely controls the climate also. Ocean currents and relief features also controls the climate. These are the 6 major climatic controls, or 6 major controls of climate. So wind that blows from, whether it may be in the Arabian Sea or maybe in the Bay of Bengal, definitely affect the climate of the country like India, because the wind that blows from western side and eastern side. When it blows from the western side, we can call it as westerly winds. What means westerly winds? Wind that blows from western side, wind that blows from western side to our country, that is westerly winds. Westerly winds may lead to rain. Along with the dark clouds, these precipitation may occur and we will get westerly, that is called westerly. Then what is easterly winds? Wind that blows from Bay of Bengal towards our country, that is easterly winds. That is called easterly wind, that blows from east, and wind that blows from west, that wind that blows and it also controls the climate. So westerly winds and easterly winds, you know it well, and you know that India is totally in the northern hemisphere. Easterly wind and westerly winds, wind we discussed. Next we want to discuss about what westerly wind that blows, westerly, from the westerly, that wind that blows, it blows towards this region and it goes in this direction. This is called westerly wind or jet stream. That is called jet stream. That wind that we can call westerly wind that blows from west to this part of India and reaches to the Himalayan region. That is called westerly wind, that otherwise called jet stream. What is that? Jet stream. That is called jet stream. Next, I want to discuss the importance of Himalayas. Himalayas that play an important role in climatic controls. Himalayas also play an important role. Why? The Himalayas that act as a barrier, that act as a protector from the cold wind that blows from China, from the wind that blows from China, the cold winds that will be protected by this, that it will act as a barrier to protect the wind that is blowing from that region. And it also controls, Himalayas also controls the climate. You know that from Himalayas many rivers, Gangotri, Yamunotri, that Ganga, Yamuna, that rivers that originate from the Himalayas, Ganga river, Yamuna river. That is origin of this Ganga river is Gangotri. What is Gangotri? Origin of the Ganga river is called Gangotri. What is Yamunotri? Origin of the Yamuna river, that is Yamunotri. That is glacier. What is glacier? Huge ice masses, we can call it as glacier. Glacier melt and forms these rivers. So icy big sheet of ice we can call it as glacier. This dark sheet of ice that will melt and forms many rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, like that rivers. So that glacier we can call it as Gangotri glacier, Yamunotri glacier. So from that glacier it melts and forms this rivers. When it become really hot, they are the rivers that flow is more. Why? Because the ice melt and forms these rivers. So that the climate will be controlled by the protection of the Himalayas. Himalayas act as or protect as climatic controls, because Himalayas act as a barrier from the wind that blows from the China, as well as it extends from this Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh, long areas from Nepal, totally areas of Nepal, then from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh, these Himalayas that extends. So Himalayas act as a barrier and controls our climate. Next, I want to describe about Tropic of Cancer. When you look at India, here you can see India. There will be an imaginary line that passes through the middle of India. From west to east, there will be an imaginary line that divides India into two equal halves. India into two equal halves. Never think that world into this our world into two countries or our earth into that is equator. That is not automatic. This is Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer in examination, one mark question definitely will ask. What divides India into two equal halves? India into two equal. What is that? Tropic of Cancer. What is that? Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer. Here you can see this Tropic of Cancer that divides India into two equal halves. That is, you can see that India into two equal halves. That is why Tropic of Cancer. What is that? Tropic of Cancer that divides India into two equal halves. It extends from west to east. It extends from west to east. So you understood this much. Next we know that the northern areas the climate it is divided into India into two equal halves. The northern regions. Northern region climate is subtropical climate. Northern region climate is subtropical climate. India's northern region it is divided into two. The northern region we can call as subtropical climate. Northern region the climate is subtropical climate. And southern region the climate is tropical. That is tropical climate. Which climate? Tropical climate. Southern region that is tropical climate. And the northern region that is subtropical. That is subtropical climate. Northern region that is subtropical climate. Southern region that is tropical climate. Then you know that from the Himalayas, wind that blows from Himalayas, that wind we can call as cold winds because Himalayas icy hills are there. This from the icy hills, the wind blows definitely that become cool, and the cold winds that blows from the Himalayas when it comes to even from this southern side, that wind we can call as cold winds that blows from these areas. That wind from the Himalayas. But from wind from the Bay of Bengal, that is called cold wind. So you know that Ran of Kutch. This from Ran of Kutch, the west Ran of Kutch. Where is Ran of Kutch situated? Gujarat Ran of Kutch. From Ran of Kutch to Mizoram. Here in the eastern side Mizoram, in the western side Gujarat Ran of Kutch. From Ran of Kutch to Mizoram, that Tropic of Cancer that extends. Tropic of Cancer extends from where to where? Ran of Kutch in the west to Mizoram in the east. That extends. That extends from Ran of Kutch in the Gujarat region to Mizoram in the eastern side. What extends? This Tropic of Cancer that extends. During winter season, our country has high pressure in the winter season. In winter season, there will be high pressure is there in during the time of winter season. Winter season there will be high pressure in India. So actually these coastal areas climate is moderate. Kerala, Tamil Nadu, these areas. So these areas we can see that coastal areas. These coastal areas there will be a moderate climate. So there will be a moderate. But in the northern side of India is not like that. But Himalayas helps to control the climate. Himalayas northern side Himalayas are there. So Himalayas will control the climate. In southern side due to these three rivers, that is why we say that India has been called as peninsula. Why? These three sides surrounded by water. South, Indian Ocean. West, Bay of Bengal. East, West Arabian Sea. West Arabian Sea. East Bay of Bengal. South Indian Ocean. You can see that. Here Indian Ocean. Here East Bay of Bengal. Then West Arabian Sea. The wind that blows from Arabian Sea to Kerala and other areas. So from the eastern side, that wind that blows from Bay of Bengal. Then the southern areas from Indian Ocean that wind blows towards Kerala, these regions, especially in the southern part of India. So these three areas that covered by water is called peninsula. What is peninsula? The three sides surrounded by water is called peninsula. three sides surrounded by water is called a peninsula. If it is four sides surrounded by water, what is that? North, south, east, west, all the sides surrounded by water. How can we call? That is called island. What is island? All the areas covered by water. A piece of land that is surrounded by water is called surrounded by water. All the areas surrounded by water is called island. The three sides surrounded by water is called peninsula. India is considered as a peninsula. Indian peninsula. Okay, I hope that you understood about this much. Once again, I will explain what are climate. Climate is the sum total of average weather conditions over a country for a long period of time, more than 30 years. That is called climate. What is weather? Weather is the state of atmosphere for a short period of time or at any point of time. That is called weather. Weather may change from time to time, place to place. Sometimes this place we will get a rain. Sometimes at the same time, if we go to far Kollu, sometimes there won't be rain. Why this happens? Because this is due to weather. Weather changes from time to time, place to place, at any point of time. This time also weather changes. But climate we cannot say like that, because climate will not change like that. More than 30 years there is not much changes that happens in the climate. Climate is always same, but the weather changes from time to time. Morning may be sunny, noon may be something different climate, evening may be rainy. So moody, rainy, sunny, like that weather we can say weather forecast also you may watch. So changes that happen from time to time. Then we can say that at any point of time. So next we will discuss about the 6 major climatic controls. First latitude, second altitude, third pressure and wind system, then distance from the sea, then ocean currents and relief features. India is totally in which hemisphere? India is totally in the northern hemisphere. Next we will discuss about westerly as well as easterly. Wind that blows from east, that is easterly winds. Wind that blows from west, that is called westerly wind. That is just that is just at that time we will get showers of rain. These showers of rain that we can call as jet stream. That jet stream also leads to the precipitation. Next we will discuss that tropical climates are there in the southern area, and the subtropical climate is there in the northern hemisphere. And the most important thing is that Tropic of Cancer that divided India into two equal halves, northern area and southern area. Then winter high pressure is there. That you know the Tropic of Cancer is from western side Rann of Kutch to western side Rann of Kutch in the western side to eastern side Mizoram in the eastern side. That what extended this Tropic of Cancer extended, and it divides India into two equal halves. India into two equal halves, which are the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, children, we can study about the Indian monsoons. You know that the climate of India is determined by monsoon season. You know that the monsoon is derived from the Arabic word mausim. What is the meaning of this Arabic word mausim? Means season. Mausim means season. The word monsoon, we may say, normally we will tell about the seasons of India. We will say that that monsoon of India that determines our climate. Normally we will say that the monsoon only determines our seasons. So monsoon season, but monsoon is derived from the Arabic word. Which word? Arabic word mausim. What is the meaning of this Arabic word mausim? It means seasons. It means season. Here the monsoon, the climate of India is totally influenced by monsoon winds. The monsoon time is suitable for agriculture because we will get a rainfall. So monsoon winds, that the climate of India is totally influenced by monsoon winds. You know that these monsoon winds that helps in early time the Europeans. many Europeans sailors. Sailors here means those who are exploring in water, that we can call it as sailors. When we travel on the land, we can say that is traveling. When it is through the water, we can say that is sailing. The Europeans, they reach India through these monsoon winds. In order with the help of these monsoon winds who reach India, the European sailors, they came to India through this help of this monsoon winds. The monsoon winds that helps the European sailors, they come to India. You know that who came in India at first? Actually, the Arabs, they came to India at first. They only put the names of monsoon as Mausim. They only put it. That word's meaning is Arabic meaning is a season. You know it very well. So Arabs in ancient time, the Arabs, they came to India for what purpose? Came to India for trade purpose. They came to India to make a trade with India because Indian spices, Indian products and Indian spices are great demand in this in their market. That is why they came to India. They came to India. So that time there is no ship at all. There will be with the help of these the boats, they come to India. This boat we don't have any engine at all. You know that in ancient times these boats did not fit with the engines. With the, how they come to India, they look the pole star and reach the different places. That time mariners compass later on only invented. That time only look the pole star. You know that they only look the pole star and find the northern area. Then they can find the other areas, other directions. They can easily identify. Then when they look the pole star and they reach our country. But at that time, actually that time helps this wind. Monsoon winds only helps them, these help them to reach India because the Arabs were called Moors. Arabs in ancient time, the Arabs were called Moors. Moors, they came to India only to make trade relations with India. In a time immemorial onwards, Arabs, they make trade relations with India. So these monsoon winds helps them to reach India because that time they with the help of wind only the boat will sail. Boat will sail with the help of this wind. The sailors who came to India due to the phenomenon of monsoon, that these monsoon winds are reversal wind. This reversal wind actually helps the Europeans to reach our country and make relations with India. That is the mercy of wind. Actually, the mercy of wind only they reach India, otherwise they can't reach India. If that India once goes towards India and later on it retrieve that wind, definitely they cannot reach India. That is why I say that due to the mercy of wind, these European sailors, especially these Arabs, they came to India. After that, Arabs, the Chinese, they came to India. After that, Portuguese, they came to India. Dutch, they came to India. Then at last, you know that the Britishers, they came to India. When the Britishers, they came to India, they at first they came to India only for trade. Later on, they changed their aim. They began to rule our country. In the lower class, we studied from trade to territory. That lesson you studied. In that time, you understand only for trade they came. Later on, they captured the territories. Anyway, with the help of the wind, the mercy of wind or reversal wind, they came to the Arabs with the help of or mercy of the wind. They sailed towards India and to make, they were called Moors. They were called Moors. So they came to India due to this wind. And why I said this? Because the wind always helps the sailors to reach the time immemorial onwards. The sailors helps, the wind helps the sailors to reach different parts of the world. That they make a trade relationship. So next we want to know about the differential heating and cooling of land and water creates low pressure on the land mass of India. What is land mass? Group of land we can call it as land mass. What is water bodies? The areas of water that we can call it as water bodies. Land mass, group of land we can call it as land mass are called, we can call it as in short term, land mass we can call it as continents because that are groups of land. The lands, you know that the lands are formed due to that drifting of the land. Yeah, have you studied about continental drift theory? I hope that you learned about continental drift theory. As per the continental drift theory, in ancient time, all these continents are joined together, but later on it drifted and forms these different continents. You know that the continents, which is the biggest continent in Asia. We are part of Asia. So be proud to be the part of the biggest continent, India. So let us discuss the differential heating and cooling of land and water creates low pressure in the land mass of India. Next, the shift of the position of intertropical convergence zone. There will be a shift of position of intertropical convergent zone. So there will be changes in this, especially during the time of the summer season. Ganga plains, that climate is equatorial probe in 5 degrees north of this equator. You can see the presence of high pressure area affects the Indian monsoon. Presence of high pressure areas that definitely affects the Indian monsoon seasons. Next, we are studying about the seasons. Which are the seasons? You can say that cold weather season, that is called winter season. Cold weather season is otherwise called winter season. What is winter season? The cold weather season is called winter season. Name the 4 seasons. We can write these 4 seasons. First one is the cold weather season. That is the winter season. From November to February, mid-November to February, that is cold weather season. What is hot weather season? Hot weather season is the summer season. Children like the summer season very much. Now you like this season because due to pandemic you are in home. Nothing to worry. You will always get holidays. But regular times, what will happen? So every children like the summer season. When we ask about why you like a summer season, they may say that we will get holidays. So summer season, that from that holiday season we can understand that holiday starts from March to May, then April this month you can see the summer seasons. So hot weather, that time is hot weather season. Hot weather season, that is during this time. Hot weather season always called summer season. First one is winter season, that is cold weather season. That time we cold is January month, December, January month, North India there will be very cold, very much cold. Northern parts of India you know that very much cold is there during the month of January. December. Normally in Kerala also, December month very cold, very cold. You feel that is the December month. That is Christmas month. We can say that is December month. Yeah, but January month also very much cold during this cold weather season, especially in North India, northern part of India, very cold in this January month. Next is hot weather season. This hot weather season that we can call it as summer season. That hot weather season we can call it as summer season. That is from March to May. More than 30 degrees Celsius up to 40 degrees Celsius it comes. Very much hot is there. That is season we can call it as summer season. Next season is the advanced monsoon, that is rainy season. Advanced monsoon, otherwise called rainy season. Advanced monsoon is otherwise called rainy season. So rainy season, you know very well that the children, when they carry bag itself, parents may say that oh, you are going with the rain, because June month, 1st June onwards starts the rain. That is season we can call it as rainy season. That season is called, what is that? Rainy season. When it starts, when you are going to school, that time you can remember June month. That the rainy season will come during the June month onwards. The rainy season will start. So rainy season from early June to start this early June, you can see this rainy season, or otherwise called advancing monsoon season. Then after retreating, it will withdraw or retreat season. That is retreating monsoon. That is called retreating monsoon. It is withdrawing that season. So it is withdrawing this rain. That season we can call it as retreating monsoon or post monsoon. That is called post monsoon season. Which are the 4 seasons? The 4 seasons are cold weather season. That is from mid-November to February. That is called winter season. It's from December to January. January month very much cold in the northern part of India. Then hot weather season. What is the weather season? Is the summer season from March to May. March, April, May month. You can see March, April. You know very well that your holidays will remember. March, the examination will finish. Then start this summer season. March, April, then May. May also holiday. So that this month you can remember. So that is a summer month. Summer holidays, summer month. Then June. Again, June it means that is that you can see the rainy season. Then June comes, that is rainy. You are going to school, so the rainy season. That is advanced monsoon or rainy season from early June, and more than 250 centimeters of rainfall we will get. During that time, we will get more than 250 centimeter of rainfall. We are getting more than 250 centimeter of rainfall will get during this time. Next one, last one is retreating monsoon. What is that? Retreating monsoon. That is retreating monsoon or post monsoon. Once again, seasons are the cold weather season or winter season, the hot weather season or summer season, the advanced monsoon or rainy season, the retreating monsoon or post monsoon season. And you know that the Arabs in earlier times of how the Arabs came due to this monsoon wind, or otherwise called reversal wind. That is called reversal wind. That helps, that makes the wind only they reach India. The differential heating and cooling of land and water creates low pressure on the land mass of water. The shifting of the position of intertropical convergence, so on. Then summer season, summer we discussed that in Bengal plain, that climate is equatorial to 5 degree north of this equator. The presence of high pressure area affects Indian monsoon. What affects Indian monsoon? The presence of high pressure area, definitely that affects the monsoon in the Indian monsoon seasons. That affects the Indian monsoon season.